What's up, guys? The Conjuring Last Rites is less than a week away, and I figured why not talk about the actual real story, how true it is, and other stuff. So anyway, let's jump into it.
Jesus Christ!
What's up, guys? Welcome to another pre-movie review. When it's something that's based on a true story, I like to maybe talk about the true story before we actually see the movie and I review it for you. The first time we did this was for Weapons. I recently did this for Weapons about a week before that came out, and we talked about is it based on true events, because the beginning of the trailer, the child says this is based on a true story.
This is a true story that happened in my town.
And a lot of you are like, hell no, this isn't, especially after you've seen the movie, of course, you know this is not a true story. So kind of the same thing here, and this is a different situation because this is an actual franchise, The Conjuring, and this is the fourth Conjuring movie. And we know about the Warrens, and we know that a lot of the cases that they have had in the past are based on true stories. Sure, it's Hollywood, and they're going to embellish, and I think any director will tell you, if you're going into a movie expecting, note for note true story, then you should be watching a documentary, okay? Because that's what documentaries are for. Movies are for entertainment, okay? So let me get that out of the way. But how much of Last Rites is a true story, or did they actually just make this up for the sake of doing one last hurrah for Ed and Lorraine Warren? And I can tell you right now, it is actually based on a true story. It's based on the Smurl family from 1986. Okay, so according to People.com, yes, The Conjuring Last Rites is based on real-life alleged haunting of the Smurl family that the Warrens investigated in 1986, per Penn Live. Executive producer Peter Safran told Entertainment Weekly that the case had percolated on a regular basis as a potential plotline since the beginning of the franchise, and it's one of the more Googleable ones. We've known about this one for a long time, Patrick Wilson told the outlet. Then writers are playing around with how it affects the family and what's going on in the family's life. That's where we can really theatricalize it. We're not making a documentary. So like I just said. So here's the real story. Jack and Janet Smurl were parents who moved into a duplex in West Pittston, Pennsylvania, with their two young daughters in 1976. Jack's parents later moved in and occupied the other half of the duplex. The couple also eventually welcomed twins. Life in the house was mostly uneventful until one night in 1985 when a light fell from the ceiling and left their daughter Shannon Smurl with a gash on her forehead. Now that could be anything. Over the next year and a half, the Smurls claimed to experience a range of supernatural activity, from blood-curdling screams and odd smells to witnessing their German shepherd Simon get thrown against the wall and their daughters pushed down the stairwell. Jack also claimed that a demonic presence had SA'd him. Up until a year ago, I thought that these types of things only happened in movies, Jack told Lorraine in a 1986 interview. And I always felt, of course, that movies were always overstated to begin with, so I wasn't really a believer. In Last Rites, Rebecca Calder and Elliot Cohen will play Janet and Jack respectively. So there you go, guys. That is the real story. How different the actual movie is going to be, we shall see. I'm actually curious. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I will do a follow-up video comparing the real movie with the events in the real story. It depends, as long as I don't have too much on my plate, because it feels like YouTube projects come in packs, and it's always like overwhelming, and then there's like nothing for a while. So let me know what you guys think of the real story, and are you looking forward to the movie? Does the real story make you a little bit more excited because you know that there are some real events? Let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to follow the second channel, Drumdums Xtra. I'm doing a lot of Hit the Bricks clips from the podcast, a lot of side type, non-review type material over there. You'll see if you check it out, but yeah. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day, and on Fridays, do Fever Fridays. Follow me, Drumdums, on my social, support me on Patreon, become a channel member, buy me coffee. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a day, and Drumdum out.